All right, what's up, family? I'm gonna do an oldie but goodie, and definitely I'm gonna touch a nerve with some people with this. Rather you've been through it, you know someone that's been through it, or it might have even been a relative conversation that piqued someone's interest, rather interested or not. And it has to do with this rather really good book called Thugs and the Women Who Loved Them. Now this is an oldie but goodie me and my wife read many years ago. And it was just so ironic. We was watching a movie not too long ago when this subject came up. And I said, hey, you remember that book? They talk about something like that. But instead of giving you the whole book, I'm gonna just give you two topics in here that really touched the nerve with a lot of people. Now watch this. In here, it was this particular drug dealer, forgot his name. Let's just say his name was Ace, right? Ace had his woman, I say his woman name was Destiny. So long ago I read this, got the names. But Ace had a really good woman, and Ace was a really good man, although he was a drug dealer. He was like a kingpin drug dealer. Yo, had loads of money. Bought his woman a Mercedes vehicle. Bought her a Hummer truck. Bought them a big fancy house on the other side of town, a very affluent neighborhood. Anytime his woman wanted to go out, not only he plushed her with tons of money, took her shopping, sometimes allowed her friends to come shopping and took them shopping. Gave her all the jewelry and diamonds a woman could ask for. There was no limit to what he would do for his woman. There's a reason I'm painting this picture. He truly loved her and clearly showed it, told her it all the time, bought her any and everything she needed and wanted. And like I said, there's times when he would even cater to her friends to make her happy. Did everything to make her happy. In the bedroom, the love-making sex was wonderful, but there was always one thing Ace always asked Destiny for. And that was, he would occasionally ask her for anal sex. Now, all that he's done for her, all that he's given her and everything, that one thing that he would ask her for always started an argument. And she would always respond in a way like, are you crazy? I don't do no nonsense like that. That's some stuff white girls do. That's what she would say, right? And he would be like, yo, but baby, I love you. This just intimate between you and me. This is something that, you know, I want to be able to do everything with you. You know, I don't want nothing untouched. I want it just to be me. And no matter what he would say, try to console her about the conversation or whatever, she would always be real pissed off. How dare you ask me something like that? So he would drop it. Of course, down the line, that subject would come up again. And he would ask her for anal sex. And just like before, she would go off on him. Like, I would never do nothing like that. You better get it on. How dare you? Don't dare ask me nothing like that again. So a lot of times it made him feel like, wow, okay. So eventually he let it go. He loved her unconditionally. They supposed to be getting married. They done set a marriage date. And it's everything that she wanted. Her fantasy wedding. Just remember the story I just told you. Her fantasy wedding. Where she wanted it to be at. All the colors and the bridesmaids, no matter how many. He's like, man, babe, I'll do whatever you want. You know, and even in the conversations we had about the anus, don't worry about it. I love you unconditionally. That's just something I understand. That's something you said you won't never do. I get it. Never bring it up again. And that's how it was. But oh and behold, Destiny had a best friend. Her best friend liked Ace the same time she liked Ace. Especially when she found out how much he was doing for her, catering to her, giving her money, giving her all these luxury things. She always felt jealous, like he was supposed to be my man. That's how she always felt, her friend. See, women, be careful who you have around you. Because it's like the saying, remember what Chris Rock said? When a woman starts showing another woman all that she got, and this other woman seeing all that you got, all that he do for you, then you tell him how the love making in the bedroom is. See, that other woman, she don't want a man like your man. No, she want your man. And that's what happened in this case. Her so-called friend that she thought was her friend, her bestie, was trying to get with Ace around the same time she got with him. But unfortunately, he didn't choose her, he chose her. So now let's speed the story up. Now, although there's a lot more goes on in this book, I just want to tell you about these 2 stories. So now, all of a sudden, bachelor night come up a week before the wedding, or 2 weeks before the wedding. The guys, they go out to their bachelor party, and they got women and all this, and the whole night, Ace is telling his boys, nah, man, I ain't into that, man. I'm into my lady, man. Yo, I appreciate what y'all do, but I'm not doing none of that. And then all his boys like, nah, man, it's going to be your last night being single, son. You know what I'm saying, son? Yo, man, you might as well, son. You know what I'm saying? All that. And all that's being said, the women coming up to him, he turned them all down. He's like, nah, I'm going to be loyal to my woman. Yo, women, I know y'all was paid. Matter of fact, here go a couple extra dollars. Y'all cater to my friends. I'm good. I got a lovely woman I'm marrying next 2 weeks. I don't want to spoil none of that. So that's how that night ended. He didn't get off his square. He stayed on his square. On the other side of town, his soon-to-be wife was having her girlfriends do her bachelor party. And at her bachelor party, they hired these tall, well-built, 6-pack Jamaicans with the dreadlocks. Handsome-looking dudes, 6 foot tall, muscles, all that, right? Physique, all that. And so, of course, when they all walk in, all the girls like, oh my gosh, oh, they're so handsome, and they all in shape, right? So now they all having a good time, and sure enough, Denise, she's like, no, I'm getting married, please, guys, don't. But she's drinking. Oh, and behold, what she don't know, her so-called friend slipped a Mickey into her drink. They got her extra drunk. Real acting crazy drunk. And so much crazy so that now her and one of the dudes go up in the room. And when they go up in the room, they being sexual. But even before they went up in the room, they was being sexual on the floor and all that. For all the friends to see, like, girl, look how she acting. She supposed to be getting married to Ace. You know, he gonna be on fire when he find out you acting like this. What you mean when he find out? Y'all gonna go run your mouth? But anyway, so they wind up going, that's what makes them go up to the room. When they go up into the room where her best friend set everything up, girl, I got you. You know, let's get away. You need some private time. But what she didn't know, her friend set a hidden camera up in that room. You see? See what your so-called friends do?
I was never her friend from the beginning.
Never her friend. You know what I'm saying? Be careful who you call your friend. And while she up in the room, next you know, before you know it, her and the dudes going at it, having all this sex, and it's all being recorded. She's giving him fellatio, another word for saying, you know, oral sex. They having regular sex. Oh man. And then guess what? He bends her over and they having sex from the back. Then next thing you know, she's like, yeah, put it in because he started rubbing her anal. She says, yeah, put it in. Now he's ramming her anal sex. Not only is, they having anal sex, she's loving it. She's telling him, harder. Come on, harder. Ooh, oh my gosh, you hitting my spot. I ain't never been F like this before. Oh my gosh, nobody has ever, oh my gosh, mama. Going at it hard. After that, the night's over with. They clean up, they at the hotel, this and that. Now remember, they supposed to get married 2 weeks later. 3 days later, a FedEx priority mail gets delivered to Ace's house that says for Ace, and he has to sign it. He signs the package, and on the package it says, watch me now. It's important on it. Watch me now, right? So now, he gets in the house. He's home by himself. He pops the DVD in. When he pops it in, instantly, old girl had edited all the other nonsense. She went right to the sex. Instantly, he's sitting on the couch watching this DVD of his soon-to-be wife having sex, and it has a date on it. And it shows, this was only a week and a half, this was only 4 days ago. And it shows his wife having oral sex with another man and loving it. Then having regular sex with the man and loving it and screaming and making all these moans. And he's sitting on the couch. Now he's even closer. He's just sitting there real pissed off. Like, but still watching it. Next thing you know, he noticed the guy pulls out of her from behind and puts it in her anal cavity, right? And while he's effing her in her cavity, having sex with her anally, she's screaming out how much she loves it and how much nobody has never, remember the word nobody, how much, see what I'm saying? Oh, she loved Ace so much. But on this tape, see, the alcohol make her true self come out. She's saying how much no one has ever effed me like this. Oh my gosh, this is the best sex I ever had in my life. Oh my gosh, harder, harder, keep going, keep going. And he's sitting there watching this DVD. You can only imagine how mad he is. She never would do that for me, and I gave her the world. Next thing you know, he hear the keys open to the door. It's Denise. She's coming in with a bunch of bags, shopping as always. And she's like, honey, I got a bunch of bags. Help me with these bags. And he's still watching the DVD, real pissed off. So then you hear Denise from the background like, did you hear me with your big head? I said, come help me with these bags. And he's still watching the DVD. So then she comes over and she said, didn't you hear me? What you so busy in here watching that you can't even help me with these damn bags? What you better not be in here watching no porno. She gets up close and see exactly what he's watching. She goes to put her hands on his shoulder to see what he's watching, and she sees herself on the tape. And just like that, she drops the bag and go, oh my God, please let me explain. And I love the way Ace, he got up, he says, what? He said, you know how much I gave you the world. There was nothing I wouldn't do for you. At my bachelor party, I ain't do none of this nonsense because I had no one but you on my mind. But at your bachelor party, oh boy, you wasn't just giving it up. You was doing everything. And I love the part where you said on here, nobody has effed me like this. And you told the guy harder in your anal cavity. But you wouldn't let me get nowhere near you when I brought that subject up. How dare you? How dare you? And she's like, honey, baby, please, I'm sorry. He said, no, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Pack your and get the fuck out of my house. The wedding is over. Mm-hmm. You got some fucking nerves. So now, when all of that was said, she was crying and moaning and screaming, trying to evade her responsibilities. See, now I was give you a word of the day. Let's go with that one, evade responsibility. What it means. To try to when someone try to shift the blame to someone else for their own wrongdoing. It's like you don't want to do it wrong, but you try to change the narrative and say, no, but what about you? What about you? Anytime a woman says, what about you? You need to get the hell away from that woman. Because don't ever try to compare yourself to a man. A woman should never be trying to compare themselves to a man and vice versa. But I thought that was so crazy. And then how she tried to evade her responsibilities by saying, but honey, let me explain. No, how about you? You ain't out in the street. No, he said, no. There's nothing I have not done for you. Because there's anything I would do for you. That one thing I asked, you always told me, no, it is out of the question. But now I see you on tape doing the same thing you denied me. You're doing it with a total stranger that you don't even know. But the man you claim you love, you didn't even give me the time of day for that.
But everything happens for a reason, babe.
Okay.
If that didn't went down just the way it is, even if let's just say she didn't do it before, after the marriage, she would have break up a marriage.
She'd have broken up
because eventually her friend or someone out there would have done something for her to make something bigger than what she did.
Yeah, true.
So in reality, it don't matter if it was sooner or later.
Her friend was eventually going to do something corrupt, rather it was that or something else. But I have to say it again. Chris Rock said it way back in the days. It was a joke the way he put it. It was very true. It's like when a woman makes that mistake of telling and showing and talking about all that, how great her man is to another woman, it makes another woman not want a man like your man. No, they want your man. And they'll do everything to destroy your relationship with your man. So women, don't fall for it. Now, I know I said I had 2 other stories, but I don't want to make the video that long. Trust me, there's plenty of other great stories in here. There's another great one I was going to mention, but I think the video long enough. Like I said, this book, this will knock them off the shelves good. This was real good. This was so good. The way it ended, it left you as a cliffhanger. You was like, yo, oh, no, I got to go to the store. I got to get part 2. Yo, this is crazy. Now I got to went to go at the time. They are out now. You can get both of them. But at the time, when this had first came out, when it ended, I went straight to several stores looking for it. And they all had the same answer. Like, yeah, Wahid the Clark ain't come out with part 2 yet. I had to wait months. I couldn't wait for part 2, man. I'm serious. And then when part 2 finally came out, it was this here. Now, this one's called Raw and Uncut. Every Thug Needs a Lady. To be honest, it wasn't as good as part 1. It was still outright. This is my honest opinion. This was all right. It wasn't bad. This was the bomb. The bomb. From beginning, middle, to the end. Woo! It was the bomb. But that story alone, these are old books. That story alone, what do y'all think? Tell me your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. Very good subject there. Everybody don't particularly go through it, but you may go through it in a different type of way. But it's so crazy how someone you claim you love and respect and show you nothing but love and respect, you have limitations with them. See, you know why they have limitations with that type of person? Because you got comfortable. You ever notice, like, it's like normally like a woman that's been in a marriage for a long time. You know, like you'll hear comedians joke about this type of thing. It's like, hey, baby, when we first got together, you was swinging from the chandeliers, as Martin Lawrence would say. You was swinging from the chandeliers, climbing the walls. We was having sex in the car, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, at the movie theater, whatever. We was into each other. But now, since we've been together for a while, you don't do the things you used to do. You know why? People get so comfortable. They feel like they don't have to do those things no more. But what they don't realize, you're making the relationship dwindle and be dreadful. Almost dreadful. It's like it's no flame, no spark no more. And sometimes, unfortunately, that other person goes out to someone else, seeking excitement. But why not have that excitement with your loved one? So you act like he or she couldn't show you that excitement. No, you was too afraid to just open up to them. Because they have that excitement, the same excitement that you thought the grass was greener elsewhere. You're going to find out that grass is sour. You could have did that right there at home. Tell me your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. Share, like, and comment. But yo, definitely, I want to hear your comments on this one here. Peace.